I'm super happy to talk about how to write retellings. I have written and published several, both novellas and novels, and I love them so much. My number one tip is always going to, of course, be really with any genre that you're considering writing, to read a ton in your genre. And specifically with fairy tale retellings, read a ton of the sub-genre that you're wanting to write in. And by that I mean, are you planning on writing a contemporary retelling? Are you going to stick to the more traditional fantasy setting? Are you going to write a why choose? Are you going to write a spicy retelling? That sort of thing. Pick that, find that, and read a ton of it. And then when it comes to the actual writing part of it, I generally like to start by deciding how I'm going to twist up the fairy tale that I'm wanting to retell. By that, I don't mean some massive plot twist that you're going to save until like halfway or more through the book. I mean, if you were to describe your book in one line as a retelling, what would that one line be? So when I went to write my Swan Lake retelling, Dragon Lake, I knew that I wanted to write a retelling in which Odette was not a swan, she was a dragon assassin. And then for my Peter Pan retelling, which I wrote next, I based the setting a lot on the pre-made cover that I bought, which was this cover. And as you can see, it's a very dark, creepy forest setting, so I envisioned a lot of monsters, a curse probably. And I had also wanted to write a gender-bent Peter Pan retelling originally, so Peter being a girl, and then I eventually decided that Peter was going to be a transgender boy instead. So for each of those examples, we have a one-line pitch. Dragon Lake is that Odette is a dragon instead of a swan, and the Peter Pan retelling is a dark, queer Peter Pan retelling with monsters. And then quite honestly, from there, you can do so much and pretty much whatever you want with only really one caveat in my opinion, but there's so much you can do with retellings, and that is the beauty to me. I think they're really accessible to both experienced writers as well as writers who maybe are just kind of dipping their toes into being an author for the first time, and I think that's really awesome. You can change the setting, you can change the characters' names, you can keep the names the same, though do remember that if you're going to retell something and keep the names very similar, to make sure it's in the public domain, the original fairy tale. You can obviously change the story, you can completely make it your own. The one caveat I will tell you to keep in mind is that remember that your audience is going to be lovers of the fairy tale that you are retelling. And the worst thing you can do is betray those readers' expectations. So they're going to pick up your book knowing it's a retelling and knowing it's going to be different, but just make sure that whatever changes you make, and again, you can pretty much do whatever you want, make sure that they don't betray those readers' expectations. As long as you do that, I really think you'll be able to write a successful retelling. ARC and beta readers will really help, and have fun.